Good morning, Logansport. Good morning. 12:30 a.m. WSAL.
The views and opinions expressed during this program are those of the host, guest, and callers, and are not necessarily those of Mid-America Radio Group, Indiana's Best Radio Management, employees, advertisers, or sponsors.
All right, so the Two Rivers on Two Wheels bike tour is coming up on the 25th, and there's still time to be part of it. There's still time to do this, and it's the 8th annual, man. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
And there's different levels, so don't think that it's something you couldn't handle. I mean, it's,
right. And I'm always kind of surprised. I run into people who go, "Oh, is this the first time you've had this?" So no, it's not.
We did have a major change. We used to always have it in conjunction with the Art on the Avenue Festival.
Okay, yeah.
So we wanted to do that, start with, and I don't know, just being in the fall, our weather was pretty dicey, and the biggest thing was we just didn't have enough hours of daylight. Especially
that's true.
We wanted to incorporate an entire century. I mean, if a guy's going 20 miles an hour, do the math, it's going to take you 5 hours, and we're starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. So that's why we moved to the summer. Last year was our first year, and we just had pretty bad weather. So we're praying and hoping that
this year's going to be great,
and we have great weather.
It's going to be fantastic.
All right, so if people wanted to do this, what do they need to do?
They can register on active.com, or they can go to tworiversonTwoWheels.org, and you can download the form there. You can come into the Y and pick up a form. This Saturday, a half-page ad ran in the newspaper. It's on the back of the first section. Fill that out, bring it into the Y.
Also, you can go into the Y, and Brandy's got maps, colored maps of all the courses. You kind of scope them out. You know, I mean, even if you don't do it, you know, it's a nice course to ride on. So, you know, we just want to promote health and cycling.
Yeah, and they're also available on the website, tworiversonTwoWheels.org. Okay. You can see the maps. You can see drone video of last year's tour.
Todd Miller comes, and he's going to come again and get some cool. If you ever want to see a drone in action, and then watch what the video looks like.
They are surprisingly
awesome.
A lot of air moves with this thing.
Yes.
They're very surprising. Now, Steve, you have been riding a bike for a long time, right?
I went to IU for college, and of course they have the little 500. And I mean, even before that, I used to ride my bicycle to school. You know, and I mean, I didn't just live a couple blocks away. I lived 3 or 4. I remember one time I went to Columbia, and I lived over in the Timbercrest Addition on the east side of town, and I got called into the principal's office because I would race the buses. So I go back a long way. And I never got in trouble in school.
You quit racing the buses?
Yeah, they're like, quit racing the buses, Sims.
That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. So do people need to go out and get themselves in a really nice bike to do this, or?
No. I mean, you need to have a serviceable bike, you know, make sure that your tires are in good shape and your brakes, obviously, and we do require a helmet. You know, you should get safety gear, obviously, but, you know, to go 20 miles, it's not as daunting as it seems.
You're not running it.
No, you're absolutely not.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, a bicycle is a wonderful invention, and the mechanical advantage that you get, you know, most people have ridden some bikes as kids, and maybe they forget all about that, but it's really a great way. It's easy on your joints. It's just a great way to be out and enjoy this beautiful nature that God's given us, and especially, you know, the beautiful river views that we've got here in Cass County, and you see a lot of them on this tour.
What about spandex? You got to wear spandex?
It's not required, but the guys that are doing 100 miles and gals, they'll not only have spandex, but you probably don't even know this, Matthew, because I'm assuming you're not a cyclist.
No.
There's a chamois in your seat. You ever heard that? Yeah, chamois.
No.
And usually it's padded now, but the original cyclists, it would just be a plain chamois. You don't wear any underwear. You just go right on that chamois.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Things I didn't know.
Little known fact.
Every day.
I mean, I've seen the padded shorts and things of that nature, but no, chamois.
Yeah.
That's new to me.
Yeah.
That's I'm not sure where to go from there.
Wow, I've just never seen you speechless, I don't think.
I think I just want to point out now that those sag stops also include porta potties.
They do.
Yeah, there you go.
What made you think of that, Brandy?
I don't know. Something about a chamois.
That's a good point. But what a great event. I mean, if people ride recreation or whatever, they can be a part of this and have a good time, right?
Well, absolutely, and that's why we kind of have the gateway, starting with the 20 miles. It might be a little stretch for someone that just goes out and rides 4 or 5 miles. They may not think they can do it. One thing we're going to have new this year that it was just we meet as a committee pretty much once a month, starting in January, if not before, to secure our date and get advertised in proper publications. They're year-long publications. And in one of our meetings a couple of months ago, we kind of had the idea that maybe we would have some group leaders for some of the different routes. And so, if you're a little unsure, we're going to try to have group leaders for probably, is it all?
All 5. We're hoping to have all
we think
5.
maybe for all 5. The ones that are going to do a century, they're probably a pretty avid, experienced
Right.
cyclist to start with. But so the idea is that if somebody needs a little coaching or whatever,
Right.
but they don't have anybody to ride with, and we get that a lot. A lot of people will call up, and talk to us throughout our planning process, and like, yeah, I'd like to, I just don't have anybody to go with. Well, that cannot be your excuse this year.
Right. And it also, if you're afraid that you're going to get out there and you're going to get lost, you're going to take a wrong turn, maybe you don't know, what's it called, the Dan Henry?
Yeah, Dan Henry.
Yeah.
Very good, Brandy.
See these symbols, they're symbols that are painted onto the ground to tell you whether to turn right, left.
What's a
go
Dan
forward.
Henry?
Okay, a Dan Henry is a circle, and then it'll have a single line going for a right turn, a left turn, or straight ahead. So if you come to an intersection, you look for these circles. And then ours, we usually have 2R, 2W. So as you drive around the county, you've probably seen some. Brandy's
Right.
talked to me about this before.
Yeah.
She's like, I noticed those. I thought it was just some funky utility company or
Yeah.
something.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I was coming off of Georgetown Road, and I was going to cross over 24, and I saw, it's the first time 2R, 2W meant anything to
Sure,
me.
sure.
And I thought, oh, hey, I know
there it
that.
is.
Hey.
Look at that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it was a utility marking. So, yeah, it was new to me.
Yeah.
But
So-
it looks like a power symbol for anybody my age and younger. I saw it, and I said, what is this power symbol?
Okay,
for?
yeah, I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, and they said, that's not a power symbol, Brandy. That's a Dan Henry. I'm like, oh.
So why is it
Pardon me.
called a Dan Henry? Why is that?
I really don't know. Somebody called that a long
It
time
just
ago.
is.
I'm
And
sure
you
he
go
was
to a
a
bike
cyclist.
tour anywhere in the country, and they'll call it a Dan Henry.
Yes.
So I'm sure it's named after a guy
Some
named
poor
Bob
soul
Smith.
who got lost on a bike tour one day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm looking here. So it's $20 before the
Well,
day.
that ship has sailed.
That
It's-
ship has sailed.
Okay.
That was June
it's
10th.
$30.
Oh, okay, June
Yes.
10th. My bad, I didn't see that.
That's
part.
okay.
Yeah.
But the day of, it's $30.
Yeah, and day of is June 25th.
All right.
And you will get a nice technical. It's a long.
It's a
shirt.
long sleeve tech shirt, so it's that heat tech
Sure.
and moisture
So it's like
wicking.
a wicking
Yeah,
Yeah, keep you comfortable on the ride.
absolutely.
with a
So-
cool logo.
Yes.
It's like-
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
sharp.
it's
It's-
at least going to have this part.
Yeah, it has that. It's the circular logo with the bike on it, and it has all of our sponsors on the back and the information, the date of, so you can commemorate your awesome bike ride.
Speaking of sponsors, you guys have quite a bit.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. Obviously, the YMCA, Breakaway, what is their full name? Breakaway Bike and Fitness Shop.
Yeah, in Peru.
Yep. The Logansport Parks Department, Logansport Memorial Hospital, the Dick Sims Crop Insurance Agency, Cass County Visitors Bureau, Ivy Tech, and A. Raymond. All are committed sponsors of this event.
And then Dan Gingrich always comes and gives us some sound
Yes,
support. So we've
yes.
got music before the event and a PA to kind of make announcements.
Get you psyched up.
That's right.
And usually, I think Breakaway is going to be there for any last-minute tune-ups. So,
Yes.
maybe you're not sure how good your bike is, just bring it in there. They'll probably tune it up for you for free. So there's a win-win.
Absolutely.
There's your $30 value.
There you go.
Very nice. So what else is going on at the Y? Let's
Oh,
talk
we
about
got
that.
a lot. This is summer, and the kids are out of school, and they've got a lot of downtime. So we try to keep that filled up for them, especially middle schoolers. We have free summer memberships for current and incoming 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. So that really, 5th grade, if they were in 5th grade all the way up through 8th grade last year, they can come in, do a little bit of short paperwork for us, get mom and dad's signature, and you've got a free membership for the summer. So you can come in, swim, use our activity center, play in the gym. We also have some summer memberships for students, 90 days. And for, we've got high schoolers, got elementary kids for $50, high schoolers for $60, and college students for $90. And that's a great value, especially for the college students coming back home for the summer.
Sure.
Let's see what else we have going on. I know I'm going to miss something.
A lot of
My
senior
boss is going to
citizen
say,
stuff.
"Oh
My
yeah,
parents have started
always,
going to the Y.
always."
It's a great thing.
You know,
I'll tell you why. I mean, when the weather gets bad,
Yeah.
it always makes me smile because we get so many calls from the older folks,
Right.
and they always want to know. Is my aquasize class going to be on at the Y?
Oh,
they
yes.
got to know.
They have
are
to
they going to be
know.
able to go?
They have to know, yes.
And I always smile. It's great.
And I should point out now that we did have a problem with our pool. We had a pipe burst. We had to drain the pool a little bit. We had to fix it, but it is up. It's running. Your aquasize class is on. I promise.
Well, I was talking more when the weather's bad.
Yes,
you can't get out and all that, you know. But,
Yeah.
but also, we should also point out the Y is a great place if you have kids to have a birthday party.
Absolutely.
You know, my daughter went to one this weekend.
Yes.
So it was she had a great time.
Absolutely, yeah. You can come in, have your birthday party and your food and presents and everything in the activity center.
And it's like one price, and you get the pool, and you get the activity, you get pizza. And,
Absolutely,
it's
yeah.
fantastic.
It is. It's great. You know, it's one of the few places that's big enough and sturdy enough to really let your kids.
Yeah,
go
you can bring all
crazy.
your friends, and they can just go
Yes.
nuts and have a
Yeah.
great time, man. It's
Yeah.
great. We've done it many times, and she had one this weekend, so it was
That's
great.
great.
It was great. And I'm thinking, correct me if I'm wrong, did I not come across a blog that you are doing
Oh my! Yes.
where you're kind of, talking about your journey into doing some different classes and stuff?
I am. It's called Brandy Tries,
Yes.
and I got there, and I know that one of the big barriers that people have with coming to any gym is this notion that they're not going to be able to do it, or that they're not. I don't know. They want to get fit somehow magically before they come to a gym to get
Yes,
fitter.
yeah. I want to lose 20 pounds before I go start.
before
yeah.
I start, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I thought, I know it's scary, so I wanted to get in, take some classes, and really just blog about the realities of what it's like for me.
Yeah.
And so right now I'm doing yoga, and
How's that going?
it's interesting. I tell you, they put you into some poses that you never thought that your
I
body
feel like
would do.
the one I read was a cardio blast.
Cardio Blast with Lou
Yeah,
Schroeder.
yeah.
Lou Ann Schroeder.
Yeah.
That was, the name is great. It's cardio, and it really is a blast. I was terrified of that class. The name, cardio and blast, it's just scary. But it was just a ton of fun. She's very motivating. Everybody in the class is very motivating. Nobody cares what you... They're just like, hey, come on, get in here.
What cracks me up are people that lead those classes, how they can do it and still talk. And
Yes!
still, it's like, I can't even read.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, here
Let's
we go.
go. We're
One,
going to
two,
do something.
yeah.
And they sound so calm.
They
when
do,
doing
and it's
it.
like, how do you do that?
I'm in the back hugging a post, She's like, come on, Brandy, let's go. It's like,
Right.
But it's been great. And I've had good reactions from it. I've had people come in and say, hey, I want to take a class. I'm like, that's perfect. That's just what I did it for.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That is great because it, I guess, for lack of it breaks down a barrier or a
Yeah.
wall or, a stumbling thing that people
Well, sure.
use to, as an excuse.
Yeah, and you see, anytime you see a video or a photo or anything like that, you see people who are super fit
Yeah.
taking these classes.
Yeah.
And really you got to start somewhere.
It's very intimidating.
It's extremely intimidating.
It really
and,
is.
there's this, you're not going to know anybody. Just get in there.
You're not going to know how to do any of the moves.
Right.
You're going to look stupid.
Oh, Zumba. I did Zumba.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I'm not a dancer.
It's a whole different animal, yeah. It's rhythm and it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, there was, at one point I was doing it with another girl, and she got completely lost, so she just started doing the robot. And I was like, that's perfect. That's great.
doing the robot, doing
Yeah.
the water sprinkler and everything else.
Yeah.
No, that's great. So where can people find this blog?
I posted on our Facebook page, and I also
Okay.
posted on Cass County YMCA.org. It's,
Okay.
right there on the side menu, drop down to Brandy Tries.
Yeah.
I even wrote about when I fell off the wagon and started missing some classes. I was like, well, that's the reality of it. I got to blog it. But I'm back in it now.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's fantastic. And good luck with your yoga. So what's next? What else are you
Oh,
trying?
I've been debating that all day and all week. I've thought about fit. which is absolutely terrifying to me. It's led by Audrey Aker. Which, if you've ever seen Audrey Aker, she is a beast. I mean, she is so
She's a
fit.
beast.
She is so fit. She's so always pumped and jazzed, and I'm just terrified of taking her class. But I think that's going to be my next one. It's called Fit.
How about the TRX stuff? Have you done that?
I have done TRX. I'm going to do it again because I didn't have one of my blogs published, so I didn't get started on that one. So that
Okay.
means, hey, guess what, Brandy? You get to do it again.
You get to do it
5:30 in
again.
the morning. Yay!
How was it? How was the...
Fit or TRX it's interesting because you use your own body weight,
Right.
And so you can make it
And
as
it's
difficult.
these bands that come from the ceiling.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
they're basically toe straps. I mean, that's what they look like. They could probably lift a car,
Right.
So there's no worry there.
Never had anybody break it yet.
No.
So unless you
no.
weigh 4,000 pounds,
Right,
you'll be
you're
fine.
good. You're good. You're safe. I promise. But yeah, it's if the further you lean into it, the harder it's going to be.
Sure.
And so if you try one move and it's too much, you just take a step forward and not lean so much and get it done. And I
know it's hugely popular.
It's very popular.
Yeah.
It's very popular. We have a video that runs in our lobby every day, and it shows a TRX, and it says Drew Brees. It's his favorite class. I'm like, oh well, if Drew Brees can do it, no problems. But no, it's
Professional quarterback in the
Sure.
NFL can do it.
anybody can do it. That one is led. That we actually have a couple teachers for that one. I did it under Brenda Graham
Okay.
of B&K, and she's great too. She showed you all kinds of ways to modify
Right.
if something was too difficult.
Now, I've heard that for the 5:30 class, you have to get there super early.
Oh yeah.
Because
Well,
it fills up.
it does fill up, but right now we have something else crazy going on called Spartan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of the crazy people who would normally be on TRX are now in Spartan. So we've
So what is Spartan? Let's talk about that for a second. because
Spartan is
that's
every time
nuts.
somebody signs up for it, I'm like, oh, you brave soul.
Yeah.
Because it's everything that I would imagine that a warrior in Sparta would have done. It's they work out outside. I know they're flipping tires. They're climbing walls.
So I saw those ladies. I was on my way driving somewhere at 6 o'clock, so it's like 5:45, and I'm going past Bruce Vernon's church there that used to be Smith office.
Oh,
Vineyard.
Yeah.
Right,
Vineyard
yeah.
Church. There's all these people. I see them jogging, and then some of them, they go and do like a handstand against the wall, and they're doing push-ups
Yes.
Yes.
with their
Yeah.
feet against the wall
Yes.
of this church. You're like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
They
That's
carry around
crazy.
they carry around backpacks. They'll put weights in their backpacks and run. I saw them the other day. They have these elastic bands, and one person's holding the band, the other person is wearing the band and jumping away from them, and then jumping back and jumping away. And
I was
it's
at
crazy.
we went to the 500 festival
Yes.
before the race, and there was this line of dudes, and they were running through the sidewalks around downtown Indy, and they were like carrying this giant tree stump or something.
Yes.
And they would just pass it. So like you
Right.
know, the guy in front of him, he'd turn around and get it from the guy behind, and he'd run for a while, and the guy
Right.
would turn around and they
Right.
would pass this giant tree stump, and
Yes.
they're like, running, and they have no shirts on, and they're all sweaty, and they got tree bark all over
Yes.
them. And it's just
Yeah, this
It was
is
the
the kind of
craziest
thing,
thing, man.
This is the kind of thing, our equipment comes back into the Y and it's covered in mud. Just like, wow, that looks like so much fun, but it's so popular.
yeah, it is. It really is. It really is.
I think we had close to 100 people. We had over 50 in one class alone. The earliest, the 5:15 in the morning, had over 50 people.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fantastic.
Yes.
But I mean, it's
But they're signing up to carry around medicine balls outside.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
At 5:15 in the morning.
At 5:15.
No big deal.
And they love it.
So how long does that class? I mean, how long do they go out and do these crazy things? I mean,
I'm not sure. I know that just started on June 6th.
Don't know.
because honestly, it kind
A
of sounds
couple
like
months, I
we'll
think.
finish when we finish.
Is that Shelley Crozier?
Shelley
So
Crozier
it's probably
and
over
Audrey
when
Aker.
school starts.
Yeah, probably.
Be my guess.
Probably. So if you want to take TRX, this is the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 You still have morning spinning too, don't you?
We do. We
Get
have
back to
morning-
a little bit of bike.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're coming back to you. Don't worry. We're getting there.
I'm not complaining.
Well, we're gonna circle back around and get to you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we have morning
But
and
a spin
evening
class,
spin.
it looks like it'd be easy because you're just going to get on this bike and go.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
my.
man, after a while, usually when you're really riding a bike, you got times you can coast, times you got to stop.
Not with
Not
spin.
so with spinning.
I
no
have
coasting.
I have a friend who blew his knee out, and part of his rehab was doing a spinning class,
Oh, yeah.
and man, he got addicted to it. I mean, he just loves it. And he was a big cycler before, and this was better for his joints and knees and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
he loves it.
Yep.
Yeah. In our evening spin class has Throwback Thursday theme days. Every Thursday evening they do a theme. They had one day they had a Prince theme, another day they had 80s and 90s, so she's trying to mix it up, have a lot of fun with it.
That's cool.
Because they have the music with it.
Yes.
For people that
Gotcha,
don't know, the
okay.
spinning, you go to different motivational songs, and you have a drill sergeant and
A drill
Yeah, oh,
instructor that's
absolutely.
like,
Yeah.
hey, crank it up.
Something's got to get you through an hour of spin,
Yeah.
But really, the Y has made so many improvements, and
Oh, yes.
it's come so far in just the last couple of years.
We
the
have.
whole new weight area, and that thing is just fantastic.
Tell them about the locker rooms.
Yeah, right now we're in the middle of renovations on the locker rooms.
Oh, are you really?
And
They're gonna be awesome.
They're beautiful. The downstairs locker rooms, we just finished the men's. So come in and give it a look. It's got all new tile. It's really beautiful.
Okay.
We're working on the women's right now. And that should be...
Not that they didn't need to be done. They did.
They
but-
did.
Yeah.
It's the building will be 50 years old next year.
Sure.
And just...
Our maintenance staff, Tony and
Dave.
Dave in particular, that guy can fix anything.
Yeah,
the pipe
absolutely.
broke. We don't call it plumber. Tony just fixes
Or
it.
anything
He is-
breaks.
He is awesome.
All right, so
Yeah.
let me ask you this. What do you tell somebody who wants to get involved with this, but maybe is like, I don't know anybody. I don't know. How do you get them in the door?
On this Two Rivers?
No, just in general, at the Y.
Oh,
To do some of these classes, to get in and get started.
I usually just have them come in and take a look around. That's the big thing, because a lot of people have been to the Y, and they were at the Y 10 years ago. And the Y now, obviously, is a completely different creature than it was 10 years ago.
Right.
And then I have some passes, especially for people who've never been in before. I give them a pass. I say, come on in and just take a class.
Right.
Just
We
try
still
it out.
do have a women's only area. If people
do.
are really women
Right.
are really
Yes.
subconscious. They don't want to be in front of all the he-men that are,
Right.
less than 5,000 pounds over there.
Yes.
They've got their own area.
And I have a lot of women who are visibly relieved, when I say, oh, look, I've got a room just for you.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like, oh, thank
That's
goodness.
fantastic.
Or, I have them come in. If they don't like classes, we also have something called Fitness on Request, which is downstairs in the same room where we do our
That is
big-
pretty cool. I've
That's
seen that.
super
That is
cool.
really cool.
And it's a touch screen. It's just like those jukeboxes that you find in bars, where you can pick your thing. And they can pick a class. There's 12 different classes, and they can choose the intensity of it.
Right.
And they just go. And they can
Yeah.
bring a friend, or they can do it alone.
And it's got a login and it keeps
Yeah.
track of your statistics. It can email it
Yep.
all to you. It's really
It is
a
really cool.
neat-
I've seen
it's,
that.
It's
actually.
somewhat
very-
underutilized.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a shame.
It's
but
picking
it is.
up. It's
Is it?
picking up. Yeah, and now I really tell people, my staff, when you take them on a tour, you got to show them that. Because that is just too cool.
Yeah, it is.
It's
It is
kind of
really
like Star Trek stuff.
Yeah, it is.
If it just had a hologram instead of the
Right. Yeah. But it's that idea. 30 people in a class is just kind of intimidating for some folks. So.
Right. But that's a good starting point. I mean,
Yes.
if they can do some of that stuff, then maybe they can go up and do another class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
It's great.
also pickleball. Pickleball.
Pickleball.
Yes. I've heard so much about pickleball.
Pickleball is like
Which that migrated here from Florida.
it
did not?
did.
Okay.
From the retirement communities in Florida.
Yes.
And we have a lot of snowbirds who go down to Florida. They come back, and one of them brought with him this pickleball.
Yeah.
And it's
Describe it to them, Brandy, for people
when
that don't know.
when people ask me what is pickleball, I say it's like if you took ping pong and you blew it up to the size of tennis.
Yeah.
It's almost exactly what it looks like, a little wiffle ball. It's a big ping pong paddle and a net, and they go crazy for it.
Yeah.
And all
Like
day
there's
long.
leagues,
I hear-
I mean, or not leagues, but I mean,
yes,
are
there's
leagues starting, or have you had leagues?
We do now have a Logansport Pickleball Association. And they just had a tournament recently. I know.
awesome.
Pickleball.
It's so popular, they mostly play double. I haven't played it yet, but
Yeah.
I think they mostly play doubles just because there's have more people
Yeah.
playing at the same time.
Right.
But it's kind of set up like a tennis court. You have a service line and
Yeah.
a service box and whatnot. But
So, I mean, are the rules similar to tennis? Is it similar to ping pong?
Yeah, I think it is.
Or if
I
you
mean,
just if you hit it out, you won't get
yeah, I
a
think it's
point.
more
Right.
similar to tennis and ping pong. I
Right.
don't know
It's
how
just,
to play.
but ping pong type materials, is what it sounds like all morning long.
Sound effects.
Yeah.
You could hire her.
Exactly.
All morning long, that's what I hear. And passionate people, yelling out, it was out,
And passionate people.
Yeah.
Very good.
But we have people of all ages who play it.
That is
It's
awesome.
not just a retirement
I've heard so
kind
much
of thing.
about it.
You got to come see it. You got to come see it.
All right, so the Two Rivers on Two Wheels bike tour is coming up on the 25th, and there's still time to be part of it. There's still time to do this, and it's the 8th annual, man. Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you.
And there's different levels, so don't
Yes.
think that it's something you couldn't handle. I mean, it's
Right. And I'm always kind of surprised. I run into people who go, "Oh, is this the first time you've had this?" I said, "No, it's not."
We did have a major change. We used to always have it in conjunction with the Art on the Avenue Festival.
Okay, yeah,
So we
yeah.
wanted to do that, start with, and I don't know, just being in the fall, our weather was pretty dicey, and the biggest thing was we just didn't have enough hours of daylight. Especially
Yeah,
if
that's
we
true.
wanted to
Yeah,
incorporate an entire century. I mean,
Right.
if a guy's going 20 miles an hour, do the math, it's going to take you 5 hours, and we're starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. So that's why we moved to the summer. Last year was our first year, and we just had pretty bad weather. So we're praying and hoping that
This year's
going to
be great.
and we have great weather.
It's going to be
because-
fantastic.
all right. So if people wanted to do this, what do they need to do?
They can register on active.com, or they can go to tworiversontwowheels.org, and you can download the form there. You can come into the Y and pick up a form. This Saturday, a half-page ad ran in the newspaper. It's on the back of the first section. Fill that out, bring it into the Y.
Also, you can go into the Y, and Brandy's got maps, colored
Yes.
maps of all the courses. You kind of
Okay, good.
scope them
Good.
out. You
Cool.
know, I mean, even if you don't do it, it's a nice
Yeah.
course to ride on. So,
Yeah.
we just want to promote health and cycling.
Yeah, and they're also available on the website, tworiversontwowheels.org.
Okay.
You can see the maps. You can see drone video of last year's
Yeah,
tour.
Todd Miller comes, and he's going to come again and get some cool. If you ever want to see a drone in action, and then watch what the video looks
Right.
like.
They are
It's
surprisingly
beautiful.
awesome. A lot of air moves with
Yes.
those things.
Yes.
So they're very surprising. All right, well, guys, good luck with that, and thanks for coming in. This was fun.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you,
Steve
man.
and Brandy.
Really appreciate it.
Two Rivers on Two Wheels bike tour coming up on June 25th. Should be a lot of fun, and watch out for those bikers. They'll be out in force that day. All right, 8:59. That'll do it for Talk of the Town on a Monday. We'll come back and do the whole thing again tomorrow. Have a fantastic day.
You're listening to 1230 AM WSAL. Logansport. News is next. Then we're back with more of America's best music.